It's the weekend. How happy are we? I think we're all pretty happy. At least I know I'm really happy. I expect everybody else is too, because who doesn't love the weekend? So, right up front, let me just say whoever is watching the NBA Finals, if you see any major score changes, let me know. Last time I looked at it, the Cavs were putting it on them. I mean, just had them in a chokehold. So, I guess we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, guys, so here's what we have on tap tonight. We have 2 football breaks, followed by 2 baseball breaks. Our football breaks is a half case of 2017 Leaf mini helmets, and then a third of a case of 2017 Prestige football. Then that'll be followed up by a full case of 2017 Topps Finest Baseball, and then a half case of 2017 Topps Archives Baseball. Did I get all that out? I think I did. I hope I did. Oh, thank you. See, Johnny already threw in the score there. They're still up by 18. And hi, Kienstad. Good luck to you, too. All right, guys, so here is how this works. If you haven't done a break with me before, I generally break in the order that things end on eBay, and that's the order that we just went over verbally a second ago. And before each break, I put up a spreadsheet. You can see here that what we're opening first is 4 boxes of 2017 Leaf autographed mini helmets, which is a half case. This is the 3rd time we've broken it. Just came out last week. And our eBay end date, that's tonight. Our live stream schedule, that is here and now. Teams are down the left. Winning bidders are down the right. Anything that says unpaid on the spreadsheet that is highlighted there in yellow, that means the team was sold, but the payment had not come in at the time the spreadsheet was finalized, which tonight was probably about 5 minutes before the break started. And as long as payment comes in, we'll be fine. You'll get whatever you might pull, but you know, it's marked on there as unpaid because at that point in time, it was unpaid. And I think there's one payment, by the way, that might be, it shows as unpaid on my side, but then it could be pending payment. And I saw that right as I was like getting up to come in here. So there may be one that's like processing as an e-check or something. And if that's the case and you know, hey, that's my thing and I know I've made payment, that's probably why. It still shows unpaid on my side while those e-checks are processing. So here's what we're doing, guys. With the mini helmets, I'm taking, as you see, all of them out of the case, and I'm going to number them on the end, and that stack's way too high probably for you to see all 8 of them, but they are all there. So we're going to number them on the end, and then we're going to let random.org tell us which 4 of those 8 that we open up tonight. And we'll do the same thing on our other case breaks as well, just to keep it all nice and fair and random, all that fun stuff. And I see some people have jumped in here a little bit after the fact, so just to let you know, we do have multiple breaks tonight. First up is the mini helmets. That will be followed by Prestige football, and then that will be followed by Finest baseball, and finally Archives baseball. 4, 5, 8, and 6. All right, let me get these others out of our way so that we can open up 4, 5, 6, and 8. I forgot to change the view back, didn't I? You're still looking at random.org. Now you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at. All right, so let's see what we have in our mini helmets tonight. So far, I have to say that the Leaf mini helmets have been pretty good. We have pulled some really nice stuff out of these in the last week since they came out. And I'm sure that trend will continue tonight. Good luck to everybody on this one. I'm excited to see what we get to. I love doing the memorabilia, the helmets and the jerseys and the autographed baseballs and all that stuff. I think it's a lot of fun and nice little change of pace sometimes from the cards. All right, so I'm gonna, ooh, Oh, I see one really nice one already. Oh, I see two really nice ones. Oh my gosh, you guys are about to be so happy. Everybody in this break is about to be really happy, just FYI. All right, so first up, we have the throwback helmet for the Saints, and that is Ricky Jackson for the Saints. And all of the Leaf mini helmets, if you haven't seen these before, inside this little box, there is a, that one happens to be kind of turned upside down, but there's a little credit card type thing in there, and it tells you all about the authentication and that stuff. So first up was the Ricky Jackson. The next three are going to blow your mind. All three, everybody's going to be so happy. I mean, I'm sure you're happy with Ricky Jackson too, but nothing like you're about to be. Because look who the Raiders just pulled. Oh yeah, it's Bo Jackson. Holy cow. But it gets better. Oh, well, or at least as good as Bo Jackson. Because guess who's coming out next? For the 49ers, oh yeah, it's Jerry Rice. Mr. Jerry Rice coming out for the 49ers. And then, you know I'm going to love this because it's the black and gold of the Steelers, and it's Le'Veon Bell. Holy cow. That is a really nice mini helmet break. I can't get them all in the camera at once, but we'll review them here really quickly. Ricky Jackson for the Saints. And I don't know Ricky Jackson because I don't follow the Saints like all that much. So Ricky Jackson may also be like super good for the Saints. I just don't personally know him. Le'Veon Bell for my Steelers. That is a sweet hit and makes me super jealous. Jerry Rice for the 49ers. Makes everybody super jealous that doesn't have the 49ers. And Bo Jackson for the Raiders also makes everybody super jealous that doesn't have the Raiders. So, all right, let me get these moved off the table, and we're going to move on to our next break. And by the way, guys, I'm expecting this stuff, everything that we break tonight, my expectation is that it will ship out to you on Tuesday. Now, there's always a possibility that I get it to you sooner, and I will do my best. But my anticipation right now is that we are looking at Tuesday. Could possibly, slide a little, plus or minus a day. We'll say it like that. But, yeah, Caleb, I know, right? I mean, I'm saying all these Leaf mini helmets that we have been pulling have been, like, extra good. They've all been really, really good. And I'm kind of surprised that the way the first couple of breaks have gone, I'm surprised we didn't have more bidding interest in this break because it has really been, I mean, far, far better than breaks that I've seen in the past from some of these. All right, next up we have 4 boxes of 2017 Panini Prestige Football. This is a third case break. And honestly, I think I did that just because there's so many cards in here in each box, but I really probably should have done it as a half, but it's too late now. Okay, so we have some teams that say no bids buyback on there. Well, you know what that means. That was an orphan team. Nobody wanted to adopt it. So all those cards that come out for that team, oh my gosh, they're going to go into my giant unsorted card mountain pile, which is one of these days going to topple over and just like cause an avalanche and bury me. So if we're ever supposed to do a break and I just don't show up, I've died underneath the avalanche of cards in Card Mountain. I'm telling you, I gotta sort that stuff. I so do. All right, let's see. You know what? These were numbered when we did the first part, but I'm going to flip them over to the opposite end and number them again because I don't want to try to remember what all these numbers are. We're just going to take them and number them 1 through 8 on the opposite end that doesn't have a number written on it from last night. And then we will let random.org direct us once again. I think I'll label that one 4. As to which ones we're going to open. And anybody that just jumped in after we do Prestige, I used to be able to speak, Prestige Football, we'll be moving into Finest Baseball and Archives Baseball, because I know some of you are here for that. But it's a multi-sport breaking kind of night. How many boxes did I say? I just numbered them 8. 8 again. 8's our lucky number tonight, right? And let's see. Random gives us 2, 7, 5, and 3. So I got to find 2, 7, 5, and 3. 2, 7. Oh boy, as I knock them over. 5. And there's 3 hanging out down there on the bottom. So we're going to slide these guys back into the back. And they will be opened up on Sunday, I think it is. I think this break finishes, or this case finishes up on Sunday. And I was thinking about doing another cage of, cage. What is wrong with me tonight? Another case of Prestige. But you guys don't seem to like this a whole lot. I had a lot of unsold teams both nights, and I don't know. It's not as popular, I guess, as I like Prestige. So maybe I just think it's always going to do better than it does because I like it. I don't know. But anyway, so maybe we'll just do this case and then we'll do something else. We won't do any more of it right now. We did pull some nice autos out of the first third of this case last night. I guess it was last night. All my days kind of run together, honestly. Including a nice little Patrick Mahomes to 25, I think it was, on card auto, numbered to 25. So there is some solid stuff in Prestige. You can pull good stuff out of here. I don't know why sometimes it's not as popular as some of the other nameplates, but I guess next up on our release schedule is Elite. And Elite will have our rookies in their NFL uniforms. So I know some of you don't like to collect in the college uniforms, so as soon as we get to Elite, that's what'll be happening with it. Jessen, all right, you're looking for some Packers. You usually have pretty good luck with the Packers, Jessen, so let's see if hopefully you will again tonight. And this is a challenge for me. I can't stand the fact that these cards go in 100 different directions in the pack, so I have kind of almost an OCD kind of thing about trying to get them straightened out before we start the break. It's not quite OCD, but yet I do it. So there you go. I don't do it on some of the smaller packs, but on these big packs, man, it just bugs me. I have to do it. And you will see that we do have the updated team designations for our rookies in Prestige. So at least we can go through and find them with their correct teams. Oh, look at that. It is going to be a black and gold kind of night, isn't it? It's going to be one of those nights that makes me happy. Because look who it is. Josh Dobbs for the Steelers. And Josh is numbered to 10. Oh, 10 of 10. Man, okay, I am officially jealous. Let's just lay that out there. Whoever has the Steelers in this break, I'm jealous now. Because I got to tell you, I like Josh Dobbs, even though he is from Tennessee and I'm a UK alum. Or he played for Tennessee. I don't know if he's literally from Tennessee. But I like Josh Dobbs, and I think with a couple of years backing up Big Ben, I can see maybe Josh Dobbs taking over the starting quarterback role for the black and gold. So, okay. So you have the Steelers. Nice. Okay, and you're a Vols fan. You know what? I'm not going to hold that against you. I hope you don't hold it against me that I'm a UK fan. But I graduated from there, man. So, you know, we have our rivalries, our little SEC rivalries and such. Excuse me. This is one of those kid reporter cards. If any of you guys have kids and you want me to, you know, email you one of those codes so you can enter your kid in the kid reporter, just send me a message on eBay and I will be happy to type you out one of those codes and send them to you. Because by the time we get done with all of our 2017 products, we'll probably have 6 million of those things. There is Julius Thomas, numbered 250. And you will see he's in a Jags uniform, but it says the team designation down there is Dolphins, and it will say, right there, traded to the Dolphins on blah, blah, blah date. It's too small for me to see because I don't have very good middle distance vision. That one was to 100. My surgery I had several years ago didn't go quite well, so I have some problems. Oh, boom, look at that. Well, first, here's your passport from Mike Williams. But yeah, how about a little Richard Sherman to 25? And see, this is why I like Prestige, and I don't know why nobody else likes it as much as I like it, but yeah, so a Richard Sherman to 25 and a Josh Dobbs to 10. I think we're doing okay right now. I'm feeling pretty good about Prestige at the moment. All in all, between our mini helmet break, which really was exceptional, I have to say, the mini helmets, I'm just really happy with all of our mini helmet pulls. And so far, Prestige has been kind to us as well. So let's hope that also means that baseball is going to be kind to us, and we're going to pull 50 of Aaron Judge and Benintendi and all of our other fun rookies, none of the kid reporter things. All right, so let's lock and load. If you guys ever want to see anything slower in any of this base, or you want me to go back to something, let me know. Just put it into chat. And I will warn you, there's Deshaun Kaiser, that there is a delay. Like, you guys type it into chat, and I don't think I see it for probably a couple of minutes after you've typed it in. But I do glance over there in between, and so if you say, hey, I want to take another look at whatever, I'll happily grab it for you. Ooh, we're going to have a little printing plate signature. Nice. So there's a 1 of 1 Elijah Hood. So, yeah, who's going to argue with that? Nobody. Nice little hit right there for the Raiders with the Elijah Hood 1 of 1 printing plate signature. And that is a sticker auto. So far, everything in here has been sticker auto, by the way. Yeah, so see if we can get all this going. I would love to, you know what? I wanted to open more of classics too. I've got to be honest. I really seems like all the stuff I like the best in early football, like nobody else likes, because it just never does very well. And even if I break even, I'm fine with opening more of it because I think it's fun. But when I lose money on it, which unfortunately has been the case recently on the new football, then I have to just stick with the one case, which is kind of a drag because I like it. Curtis Samuel. I love the little passports. They're one of my favorite inserts in Prestige. They've had them for years, and I like them. There's Leonard Fournette. We'd like to see one of his signatures. And I still have a stack upside down. Clearly, I did not do my organizing very well that time. John Brown is numbered to 100. Taco Charlton is numbered to 50 for the Cowboys. And our signature is Kenny Golladay. And that is an on-card auto. I don't remember where Kenny was drafted. So let's get our handy little, let's get my handy little cheat sheet that I printed out because I haven't learned all of our rookies yet. The Lions. So Kenny here is headed to the Lions. And he signed his name Kenny G, like the singer, Kenny G. Something at the last second said to go Raiders. I know, it's like weird. Sometimes you get those little feelings. Last night when we were opening Playbook and I was sitting in there doing the spreadsheet, and as I was plugging in, the names of who have what teams, I thought to myself, I think we're going to pull a Texan, and I think it's going to be Will Fuller. And I never think that. Like, sometimes I'll think, oh, it's time for such and such team. But I never think like, oh, it's going to be such and such team and such player. But yeah, last night I was totally like, yeah, I'm feeling like this is going to be the Texans and Will Fuller. And it was 2016 playbook. And we opened it up and holy cow, it was the Texans and Will Fuller. It was crazy. But sometimes you do just get those feelings. Oh, yeah. I mean, they do. But you know what? Oh, there's Eli Rogers. Yay. They always release them on short schedules like that. This is to 150 for the Chargers. And here is for the Vikings, Stacy Coley. Nice little Vikings hit. But they always do that. I mean, and it's not just Panini. I mean, Topps is releasing new baseball every single week from now until practically Christmas. It's just the nature of the beast these days. O.J. Howard. The one thing that I think that is a slight advantage, well, I guess depending on how you look at it, for early football is if you, there's, I guess, really two ways to look at it. If you have a player that you're really interested in but didn't get drafted super high, so he's not got like a lot of hype around him, you can pick up a ton of his cards at a very reasonable price this time of year. On the flip side of that, if you are interested in one of the players that got drafted high and has a ton of hype around them, then you're really going to be paying quite a bit for their cards sometimes early on before they've even taken the field and before we know what they're going to be. But that's also part of what makes it fun, right? Because like how many of us were really chasing Dak Prescott at the first year last year? I mean, Zeke, yeah, but Dak, how many of us were chasing Dak? Not really. But if we were buying, if you're buying the Cowboys, you know, you got him anyway. So when he started heating up, you paid your mortgage. So sometimes that's how it goes, you know. Whoops, that was upside down. But I compared last year some prices of some of the rookies early in the season out of these cards, like before they took the field, and then where those prices were in December. And a lot of them had gone down. Some of them had gone up. I mean, it's pretty much that way every year, but it's just kind of interesting if you follow that sort of thing. That's to 150 on the Donnell Pumphrey for the Eagles. And our hit, Josh Malone for the Bengals. Oh, he's got such a little signature, a little tiny signature on there. Like most of them, you know, they have take up the whole sticker and then some, but little Josh there is very neat with his handwriting. Yeah, with Jordan Howard, yeah, that's true. That's a good example as well from last year. And yes, there are a lot of Vols coming out of here tonight in terms of their collegiate connections. You are 100% right about that. So I don't know. Sometimes I think early is better. Sometimes it's not. Just depends on the player you're interested in. For me, with the Steelers, it doesn't really seem to matter when it is or what kind of draft class we have or anything else. My Steelers always are competitive. Like, I never have a break where the Steelers go unsold, nor am I ever able to buy into a Steelers break for like next to nothing. I always have to pay, you know, my right arm. Demaryius Thomas is to 150. And here's a nice little auto for Brad Kaya. And I think he's a Lion, isn't he? I better double check him because that's one that, you know, it's hard for me to remember all the new rookies, especially when they're not in their uniforms yet. But yes, he is a Lion. And one of my favorites is, of course, as you know, I already like the little passport. So when it's signed, oh, it's my double favorite. Is there such a thing? Probably not. Double favorite, but I especially like it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they do. You know, the Prestige autographs, Johnny Moe 3, the Prestige autographs are normally, when you see them on the passports like that, they are typically short prints. Now, I can't guarantee that that's the case for this because honestly, I haven't really had enough time to spend with the checklist to have it memorized yet. But typically, the passport signatures are, oh, look at that. The passport signatures are not as commonly found. So whether or not it's going to be an actual true short print, I'm not sure, but it's not as commonly seen. And it will usually bring a little bit of a premium if you are of a mind to sell versus keeping for yourself. Tavon Austin to 150. Josh Reynolds coming out for the Rams. Let's get Josh squared away. And I'm just stacking these. If you're wondering where these keep going, why I'm like stacking them and then moving them, because the stacks get too big is why I keep moving them. But I have a mat off to my right that is that I use for sorting. And when we do a lot of breaks like we're doing tonight, and especially breaks that are very heavy in the base cards, I just don't like to leave them all stacked right in the front there because I think it can get too tall and they can kind of topple over, and nobody wants that. You want to keep everything in good shape so you get your cards as good a shape as possible. Sometimes they don't come out of the pack in great shape, but we try to at least keep them in the condition that they are coming out of the pack. That was Cameron Sutton. Yay, Steeler. But you know who I haven't seen? TJ Watt. I mean, signature for TJ Watt. I've seen TJ Watt cards, but I don't know. Are there memorabilia cards in Prestige? I don't even ever remember seeing a memorabilia card in Prestige. I think they're all autographs, aren't they? I don't ever remember pulling memorabilia cards in Prestige, like in any of the years. I mean, well, I take that back. There might have been some in some of the older years. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't remember seeing them very often, if they're in there at all. Quincy Wilson for the Colts. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is all autographs for this year, and I'm trying to remember if it was like back in, I opened a lot of 2013 Prestige personally, well, as breaks, but also personally looking for my Le'Veon Bell rookies. And I'm trying to remember. I think I may have pulled some relics out of 2013 Prestige, but even that, I'm not 100% sure of. But I don't really think there are relics in 2017. And I don't remember any in 2016 either. It's not to say they're not in there, but I'm not thinking of them at the moment if they are. What did the checklist say on it? Oh, it said prime. I don't know. Maybe that just means lower number. I mean, maybe. Usually prime does mean memorabilia, so maybe. But I really did not think so. I'll have to look into that. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I dropped Emmanuel Sanders right there. He slid right out of my hand. But he looks to be no worse for the wear. We can thank our Thompson Bowman breaking mat for that. TJ Yeldon to 100. And our signature for the Jets, Jordan Leggett to 150. You can, if the light ever hits that exactly right, you can see the number on it. Okay, so one does say hardware memorabilia. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know what that is in. I didn't even know there was. I didn't even know there was any. I literally thought it was all signature, no memorabilia in here. But I guess you're right. It's probably just super short printed, and that's why we have not seen it yet. Although we've had some, we've had some decent luck tonight, so maybe we'll find one. in this break. You never know. One thing I noticed in Classics is that a lot of the rookie cards were in short supply, like one per case of the top rookies. This is to 150 on the Cody Kessler. Not so in Prestige. There's tons of the rookie cards in here, but in Classics, even, I mean, I'm talking about just the base rookie card for like O.J. Howard and a lot of the first round picks. I found like once per case. Oh, Julius Thomas, nice. And that is numbered 250. And of course, you see again, he's in a Jags uniform, but this is a Dolphins card. Dolphin up there, Dolphin down there, and there's where it says he was signed by the Dolphins on whatever date that is. But that's a nice little Julius Thomas signature to 50 as well. So a couple of good veteran hits out of here. Of course, the Richard Sherman was nice in the earlier pack. Oh, yeah, no, it was a sticker auto. Yeah. Most of the stuff in here that is on card, if not all of the stuff in here that is on card, will be rookies who were at the NFL Rookie Premiere. That's going to be the majority of your on-card autographs in Prestige, and the rest of it will be stickers. And that's usually the case with Prestige, honestly. Is normally the rookies that were at Premiere Day will have the on-card auto, and everybody else will be sticker auto. Not always, but often. Had to just reach over there and wake the computer up. It was taking a little nap on me. If you don't interact with it ever so often, it turns the screen black. James Conner to 150, one of my Steelers. And is he? I guess maybe that's his. Oh, because he went to Pitt. That's why. I was like, that looks like he was in the Steelers uniform. No, I forgot he went to Pitt. So that was a Pitt uniform. Another hit for the Bengals. Carl Lawson coming out. Bengals are going to town and cleaning it up tonight, aren't they? No. Oh, a little thing split. I don't know who has the Bengals, but they're getting their money's worth, I think. Yes, James Conner does have an awesome story. That kid has been through a lot. You know, he's survived cancer. He's a top-notch kid from everything that you read and hear about him. He just seems to be a real stand-up kid. And I'm excited that we drafted him and looking forward to him playing. I mean, it's just such a feel-good story. I can't imagine that even if you're not a Steelers fan, I can't imagine that you wouldn't root for that kid to do well, no matter where he plays. DeMarcus Walker for the Broncos, and DeMarcus is numbered to 150. You can kind of catch it up there on that upper edge. Well, upper when I turn it sideways, anyway. Jordy Nelson to 150. So there's a Packer for you, man. I mean, like, I know it's not the Packer that you want, Jess, and I know you want a Packer. Well, I mean, not that you would mind getting Jordy Nelson, but I know that you want a Packer signature. And we're still trying to conjure that for you, but at least you're getting closer. There's a numbered Packers insert, so, you know, universe has got you in the hunt. I don't know why they can't just put these all in there going in the same direction to begin with. What is the deal with that? Just makes me crazy, crazy. Jordan Matthews to 150 for the Eagles. Marlon Humphrey to 50. Straight up 50. Without the one in front of it. For the Ravens. Pulled a Ravens rookie out of the first third of this case. I don't even remember who it was, though, but you don't, see a lot of Ravens rookies, or maybe you do and I just don't retain them. But, of course, the guy never paid for it, so. So, yeah. That's one of those teams that I guess will be staying with me because they never sent the payment. Chris Godwin for the Bucks, and that is numbered also to straight up 50. That is number 49 of 50, if you can see it. I can't really get some of those at the proper angle to have the number show up well. The way the light reflects off of it makes life difficult sometimes. Yeah, I agree with you, Justin. It is fun. I love to break cards. I love to buy into breaks. I love to do breaks. Ooh, I see another printing plate coming. I think it is a blast. So, yeah, it's fun. Of course, it's more fun when you pull stuff, of course. I mean, I feel the same way. Everybody wants to get something, but the nice thing about Prestige is you'll at least get some cards. You'll get some rookies. You'll probably get some inserts. So even when you don't get a signature hit, you still get something for your money. Tankersley for the Dolphins, numbered to 100. And here's our printing plate, and it is Ty Montgomery. This one is not signed, of course, but still pretty cool. Little Ty Montgomery 1 of 1. And of course, all of these printing plates are going to have some surface wear and scratches and things like that on them. And that's because, well, they're used in the printing of the product. So they are never going to be 100% perfect. I read something one of the people at Panini had written saying that sometimes people will, whoops, I didn't show you that one. People will ask, write in and ask to have the printing plates replaced because they have scratches on them. Oh, boom, there it is. Deshaun Watson to 150. Texans are happy. Texans are feeling good. Yeah. They like it, and I don't blame them. Deshaun Watson is one of the hot hits right now. Another little kid reporter thing. I usually try to remember to show those to you so that you don't think I'm taking out a redemption or something. Just the little advertising card. But I'm weird that way. I like to show what's happening so everybody knows. All right. Got the last one for this third of the case anyway. Myles Garrett. Mike Glennon. Isn't it going to be interesting to see what happens with him? Numbered to 10. 2 of 10 on the Mike Glennon for the Bears. We'll see where he goes. That is to 25. Charles Clay for the Bills. And our signature, Jeremy McNichols for the Bucks, and that is to 100. And you know what I just now noticed that I had not seen up until this point? There's an imprint on that. Can you see it when the light hits it right? And like I sorted and got ready to ship the whole first third of this and never noticed that. It says Panini Authentic Autograph imprinted on that, but it's not imprinted on the others. Why is it imprinted just on that one? That is so weird. Well, I guess that's why I didn't notice it on any of the others. It's not on any of the others. Huh. Well, that's weird. But nonetheless, it has a little imprint in it that says Panini Authentic Autograph that none of the rest of them seem to have. So, guess that's why I didn't notice it before. But Jeremy McNichols there, he has it. So, All right, let's set all this out. We're going to do our hits recap, and Ty Montgomery is Packers, right? Does it say on here? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, Packers. All right, so our 1/1 printing plate for the Packers with Ty Montgomery. Julius Thomas /50 for the Dolphins. Well, yeah, normally that's how all their cards are. Normally the Panini cards say, you know, on the back that the autograph's authenticated by Panini, blah, blah, blah. I've never seen that imprint before. It's just odd. Why would it be just on that one? Jordan Leggett /150 for the Jets. Quincy Wilson for the Colts. Josh Reynolds for the Rams. And I'm showing you the back as well because sometimes, you know, players sign them and they stack them or something and then they have ink on the back or they have some weirdness on the back. So that's why we're looking at both. Brad Kaya for the Lions. And Josh Malone for the Bengals. Stacey Coley for the Vikings. This is an on-card auto for Kenny Golladay. And I already forgot who I said Kenny played for. We just said that earlier. I looked it up, and now I've just gone blank on it. Daggone it. I have to look it up again because I forgot. Was it the Saints? I'll be so glad when I have the new rookie class memorized. It'll make life so much easier for all of us. Let me go back to him. Where are you, buddy? No, it was the Lions. The Lions. Why can't I retain that? The Lions for the Kenny Golladay. Sorry about that. Don't know why I couldn't remember that. For the Raiders, Elijah Hood, the 1/1 printing plate autograph. Nice. Richard Sherman /25 for the Seahawks. Also nice. Josh Dobbs /10. I'm loving it. For the Steelers. It was that 10 of 10? Yeah, 10 of 10. Last in the series. Our Jeremy McNichols /100 for the Bucks. Carl Lawson for the Bengals. DeMarcus Walker. And DeMarcus is /150 for the Broncos. Another one for the Bucks, the Chris Godwin. And Chris Godwin is numbered /250. And then Deshaun Watson coming out for the Texans /150. So that is Prestige Football. And again, look for this stuff to ship out more than likely on Tuesday. Oh, yeah, it'll be a lot easier. You're right about that, Ken's dad. When they're in the pro uniforms, once you see them a few times and you've gone through a few sorts, you know, you can, at least for me, I remember things better when I see it. So when I start associating with the uniform, it'll be much easier for me than trying to just blindly remember them like I am now. So, all right. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you breaking with me, as always. I appreciate everybody breaking with me and chatting with me and all that. We do a nightly random too, Ken's dad, at the very end of the night, just so you know before you log off. You might want to come back and check that later because the people who win the nightly random this month will be entered in a special customer appreciation break on July 1st. And I will buy the products, and you guys will get the hits out of the products. And I don't know yet if we'll do it draft style or via random.org or what, but the only way to get in that break is to win a spot in our nightly random in the month of June. And the break will probably be July 1st. So, all right, guys, so moving on down the road. Next up, we have a full case of 2017 Topps Finest Baseball, and that is 8 boxes. And this is our same format as before, where we have our teams down the left and winning bidders down the right. Now, I realize on some of these things that say unpaid on here that your payment may have come in the interim because we've been breaking now for, 40 minutes or so. But I don't check messages and I don't go on eBay. I don't do any of that once we're breaking. Once the break starts, you have my undivided attention. So what I will say in response to that is if you've made payment, we are all good. No worries. You are going to get anything that you are due. So If it says unpaid on there and you have paid, we're square, no worries. And also, as I said, I think there's one that may be pending payment because I saw just the headline of like an email when I was getting up to come in here to get everything set up, and it looked like it said that I had an e-check pending. So somebody probably has paid from their side, but it would still show in my unpaid list until that e-check clears. And I apologize if that's the case. Normally I would have, if I had caught that, I would have normally probably marked it on the spreadsheet as, you know, e-check pending or something like that, but I just didn't catch it in time. Flashed up right as I was logging out of the email program and coming in here to sit down and do this, so. So last night, and the night before last, I guess both, we opened a case of Finest in halves. We did half on release night and half last night. And we had 2 Finest Careers die cut inserts. Last year, you know, that's a case hit. Last year there was only 1 of those per case. So this year, apparently there are 2, although someone who was in the break last night told me that he had seen some cases that only had 1 in it, and then he saw another case that had 3 in it. So I don't really know what's going on with Big Poppy's Finest Careers die cut inserts, other than we should find at least 1, and hopefully we will find more than 1. We hit a bunch of Dansby Swanson last night. There were 2 different, well, one was a green parallel, it was the same card design. And the second half of the case, in the first half of the case, pretty sure it was in the first half of that case, we hit another Dansby on the regular rookie, not on the Finest First rookie. But lots of Dansby autos came out. So we'll see if that holds true in this case, or maybe we'll switch up and have a bunch of Aaron Judge or something. If anybody has the finals on, throw me up the score, man. Let me know where, if the Cavs are still putting it on them or not. I have to say, I really thought after being, I mean, you never want to count LeBron James out, right? I mean, that's just not a smart thing to do. But they were so, I mean, they were really in the hole. I just kind of thought, yeah, I don't think they're going to come back from this. But yet, if they manage to get through tonight, you know they're going to come back with a fire in their belly. 185. Woo, sweet. And that's still the Cavs. Cavs on top, 100 to 85. I guess we are going on to another game. I don't really, you know, that doesn't, I don't have any skin in the game, so to speak, in the finals. Because again, my NBA loyalties are a little different than football. I just follow all of my UK guys, my ex-UK players. So there's a lot of different teams that I watch. But we don't have anybody on the Cavs. I don't guess we have anybody on the Warriors either. So, yeah. So, I have no real rooting interest in it one way or the other. Other than I just kind of like to, I find it interesting. I find it fascinating. You know, the whole Kevin Durant scenario. And if they've created like the perfect super team. It's like an all-star game score. That is true, Kienstad. That is true. I mean, they just blew them out in the first quarter. It was unbelievable. And I think I heard an announcer say that that was the most points ever scored in any quarter, any single quarter of a finals game. So, I mean, just amazing, but crazy, crazy, crazy. Santana to 250 in the purple parallel. And of course, all the cards, the insert sets that say breakthroughs and that say finest, like in this, I think that's actually called the basketball design if you look it up on the checklist. Those are not refractors this time. Last year, the insert subsets like that were all refractors, which kind of bugged me. And this year they are not, so I like that better. There is Fulmer, refractor. I just kind of thought last year it made them less special when every single one of them was a refractor. So I was kind of glad to see that change a little bit this year, this time. And there are autograph subsets of the breakthrough. We pulled one last night, so they are out there floating around. Tyler Austin coming out for the Yankees, and that is numbered to 99 in the green parallel. And I know whoever has the Yankees is just going, oh, I wanted Aaron Judge, not Tyler Austin. I know. We're gonna try to get you there, though. Well, we're going to try to find you Aaron Judge as well. Freddie Freeman, refractor. Where did I stack my refractors? I got so many stacks going here. Refractors and parallels and autographs. That is to 150 on the Padroa. And occasionally I may slide by a refractor and not call it out as it goes by, and that's not intentional. Sometimes I just don't catch them the way the light hits them. But obviously if you see it, you know you're going to get it if it's your team. Contreras, refractor. And here is our next signature, and this is, I don't know, this is the Dodgers. I can't say his name. Rob Segedin? Well, yeah. You guys know I'm terrible with name pronunciation. Just awful. That is a refractor, of course, rookie, signature, and on-card auto. Everything in Finest is an on-card auto. No stickers in here. Arcia, refractor. And we will also have another case hit in here will be the Finest Finishes, I think is what it's called, for the signature hit. So we've got a couple different case hits we're looking for. I personally like Finest quite a lot. You always get at least a couple of really good signatures out of every case of Finest. I mean, like really good ones normally. There's Will Myers, refractor for the Padres. My poor little UK Wildcats lost to the Louisville Cardinals today in the Super Regionals. We did not play a very good game. There's another Arcia rookie. I am hoping that we rebound tomorrow, because if we don't, we're going home. We just never seem to get in a groove today. Luke Weaver coming out for the Cardinals. Rookie signature and refractor on the Weaver. There's an Aaron Judge, but we want one with the signature, of course. Padroa refractor. Chris Sale to 250. Looking for a Reyes. All right. Well, let's see what we can, let's see if we can conjure a Reyes up for you, my friend. Refractor for the Rockies. The Luke Weaver's a good start anyway. At least you're in the hunt. There's one of our David Ortiz case hits, finest careers die cut. I say one of because, as I mentioned before, we found 2 in the first case, and someone else last night mentioned they saw one case with 1, and they saw another case that had 3, and so, yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's a 104 to 91. That's still, I mean, I don't know. Cavs still got a pretty healthy little, lead there. There is Max Kepler for the Twins to 150. Benintendi refractor. Kinsler to 150. Benintendi's kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch, hasn't he? He's kind of hitting a little bit of a rookie slump. Of course, I guess, you know, coming in with the high expectations that were placed on him, it's probably kind of hard not to have a little bit of dip in performance here and there. Well, there's a Reyes, but it's not the refractor or the signature you want. But again, we're getting you closer. Ichiro to 250. Andrew Miller, refractor. I was opening some 2015 Bowman's Best for myself, just personal stuff I was opening. And I've got a couple of Benintendi autographs came out of there. I got 2 of Cornelius Randolph, and I got 2 of Benintendi. Oh, here we go. Here's a finest finishes. And that is Luis Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks. So our case hit finest finisher, Our case hit finest finishes autograph is Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks. I did finally get it out, but boy did it take me a minute. Crazy. Oh, sad face. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you, I don't, who was in finest finishes out of the Cardinals? Was it, Caleb? Was it Piscotty? Who's in there? Porcello, Red Sox refractor. There's Johnny. That is 50 of 50 for the Giants. Again, since finest just came out, I don't have my checklist memorized. I remember the short prints are 101 to 125, but I can't remember all of the other associated things yet. That is the 250 on the Tapia. Because a new baseball comes out every week. Can't remember all those checklists. Oh, the video is breaking up for you. It's still looking okay for me right now. I watch it on not only the device that has my broadcast software where I see it in real time, I also watch it on my iPad so that I can see chat and also catch any weird problems that might be going on. And it's looking okay on my side so far. There is Steven Strasburg refractor. Well, no, I meant in the finest finishes is what I was asking, Caleb. Did you, because you said sad face on the finest finishes after it came out for the Diamondbacks, so I was thinking that you were, that there must have been a Cardinal in finest finishes that you were after. Cody Reed for the Reds, refractor. And somebody said last night, and I guess maybe it will turn out to be true, that every case he had seen open had a Cody Reed autograph in it. He said it was like Henry Owens last year, which that is true. Henry Owens was everywhere in 2016. Corey Seager, refractor. Strasburg to 99, coming out for the Nationals. Oh, I don't know, Caleb. As I say, it looks okay to me on my side, and some Kian's dad came in and said it looked okay on his side too. I don't know why it's lagging on your side. Have you got a different device you could try? Maybe it is, I mean, I don't know if you're on a mobile device or a desktop or what, but maybe it's positional if it is a mobile device. There's an Aaron Judge to 250 refractor. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. Probably Charter, you say. Yeah, well, I understand that. We were Time Warner in my market acquired by, I guess it was Charter. Now we're called Spectrum or something, and they're awful. No one's happy with it here. Encarnacion in the refractor. Oh, and thank you, David, for letting us know it looks okay on your side, too. Appreciate that. Tyler Austin refractor. Oh, there it is. Boom. Oh, yeah. How about that? How about a little Aaron Judge to 25 refractor in, and I believe that's called the wave pattern, if I'm not mistaken. So, boom. How about that, Yankees? Yeah. If you want this in a one-touch, let me know. Send me a message on eBay and let me know. I will happily... not just that, anybody that wants a one-touch, I'm happy to do that, just at my cost plus whatever PayPal charges to process it. But there's our hit for the Yankees that we have been hoping for, better than hoped for, really, to 25. That is very solid hit for the Yanks, for sure. Korea refractor. Oh, there's a nice Lindor to 25. Nice hit for the Indians. Max Kepler coming out again for the Twins. That's two Kepler autos, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Even I've lost track, but I think it is. I want to see something. I think I know who has the Yankees, but I was just curious. I'm going to look for a second. It is. Okay, that's who I thought it was. All right. So, yeah, I know he's happy. I know he is super happy to get that Aaron Judge. There's a Manny Machado refractor. Well, anybody would be happy to get the Aaron Judge, I'm sure, but... But he buys the Yankees a lot, and, you know, Yankees are not cheap to buy these days, and sometimes you get blanked, and that is never fun. But hitting that will make up for more than a couple times getting blanked in other breaks, I imagine. Who is glowing there? Who did I just miss? Oh, I missed the Dozier refractor. Sometimes you can't really see the refractor part, at least I can't, until it starts to lay flat, and then I can see it better. What is going on right there? Good grief. My iPad just was trying to pop up a bunch of notifications or something. I was trying to clear them off so I could see what I was doing. Oh, man. Okay. Now the Yankees are killing it because you have an Aaron Judge refractor to 25 with the wave, I think it's called the wave pattern. Now you've got a straight up Aaron Judge rookie refractor autograph hit. So now you have 2 sweet Aaron Judges coming out of there, which leads me to wonder if that's how these cases are going to run. Because I told you we pulled all those Dansby Swansons out of the other case. 3, I think it was in total. 2 in one break and 1 in the other. Well, definitely 2 in one break, and I think it was 1 in the first break as well. That is to 150. But I'd have to go back and look. But so far, that's 2 Aaron Judges in here. So I'm wondering if these cases are going to have, for lack of a better term, a rookie slant where you're going to have one rookie just proliferate a case. That is to 250 on the Goldschmidt. In which case, that'll be quite interesting. Yu Darvish refractor. Oh, somebody pulled a 1 of 1 Aaron Judge. Wow. And somebody else had a half. You saw a half case break of Prestige with 3 Christian McCaffrey autos in it. That's insane. There's another Big Poppy Finest Careers die cut. That is our second one out of this case. Yeah, I mean, I often complain that they don't always do a great job with randomizing what you get in a case. I thought it was the Greineke that was, but it's not. It's Hunter Renfroe that was glowing there for us in the refractor. So there's a Finest first autograph for the Padres with Hunter Renfroe. But if we end up pulling a 3rd Aaron Judge out of this case, then I'm going to be convinced that every case is going to have 3 of a single rookie in it. That's a refractor for the Giants. And here's Manny Margot to 99. I'm going to stack some of these back down the way on this little sorting mat here. Because, you know, if it happens once, it's a coincidence. But if it happens twice, 2 cases in a row, you would have to think that that would lend itself more towards a pattern. Oh, yeah, I'm sure whoever hit that 1 of 1 Aaron Judge was shaking. I mean, that's crazy. That is so nice. And out of Donruss at that, like, I'm surprised. But, you know, I looked at the checklist the other day. That is to 250 on the Myers for Series 2, which comes out Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. And even Series 2 has a bunch of our rookies in it, a bunch of Aaron Judge and other signatures that I really wasn't sure we would find in Series 2, but they're in there. Kinsler refractor. And I really didn't get a lot of Series 2. I got a couple of jumbo cases, and that was it. I didn't buy much of it. But we have enough Finest to last us for probably another week or more anyway. So I did buy a lot of it. And still a little more archives, too. Clayton Kershaw, nice. Oh, and it's a 1 of 1. Boom. Speaking of 1 of 1, Dodgers just had their night made. That is sweet right there. Yes, yes it is. This has been quite the case thus far. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, let's just go ahead and put, I can't imagine on the Clayton Kershaw 1 of 1 that you're not going to want that in a one touch. I mean, maybe you don't, but I'm going to guess that you do. So let me find one here that will be the right size for that. I think maybe it's this. This is a 55 point. So let's see if this is, let's see if that is correct. Yep, that looks to be solid. So how about that? Yeah. And, oh, Caleb, your whole thing is it's an ugly signature? Come on, man. That's a 1 of 1 superfractor or whatever, atomic refractor. What, they all have so many different names. I think it's called superfractor, isn't it? Anyway, I can't, I don't care if the guy's signature is ugly. That is a sweet hit, man. Vince, is that your team? Do you have the Dodgers in this break? Is that making you happy? Because it's coming to your house. That is to 99 on the Gonzalez. Seeing the Aaron Judge is better. Oh, you are giving no love to the 1 of 1, man. Come on. That is harsh. Yeah. Oh, so it's all right. Well, thank you, Vince. See, somebody likes it at least. Caleb doesn't like it. Vince likes it, even though the Dodgers are not his team in this break. So I like it because it's 1 of 1. As Lopez for the White Sox refractor. I'm all excited now about the 1 of 1 Kershaw, and I've lost my train of thought there for a minute. Got distracted. You need a Bryce Harper. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find you one. Instead, right now for the Indians, we have Tyler. I don't say his name right either, ever. Naquin. I don't know. You know that's not right. I know it's not right. All right. Well, let's see if we can't find you a Bryce Harper. Oops, there is a Kershaw refractor. I haven't pulled any Bryce Harper recently, so it is about time to see a little Bryce Harper. Pulled a ton of Mike Trout last few weeks, but no Bryce Harper in recent memory. So he's due. Aw, nobody hates you, Caleb. Come on now. No, I just get excited about the good cards, right? So I'm just looking for you to share the love, that's all. I'm easily amused. And cards make me happy. So even 1 of 1s of like, players make me happy. But of Clayton Kershaw especially. There's a Stanton refractor, because he's much better than a player. Well, I don't disagree with you. Some signatures are definitely prettier than others. But I can't really say much about that because my own signature is god-awful. Now that is a different Benintendi than I have seen before. There is it is Finest First Moment, and that's or Finest First, and then Finest First Moment is what's written on the back. But that's the first one of those that I remember seeing. Alex Reyes has a nice signature. Well, there is a Bryce Harper, but I know we wanted to have him signed. I know. Oh, the Jerry Rice autograph helmet is still the best hit of the night. Well, the Jerry Rice was nice. The Bo Jackson was nice. I mean, that whole series of autographed helmets was nice. There's a Dansby rookie refractor. Overall, I'd say the night so far, we've had some quite nice hits across all the breaks. There is Morales, $2.99 for the Blue Jays. So that made somebody happy that the Jays got an autograph hit. Because that's kind of hard to come by sometimes, it seems like. Tyler Glasnow. I haven't seen a lot of Tyler in this set either. Seen little, but no signatures yet. Anyway. Whoops. There is another Margot refractor. Hey, there's another breakthrough autograph. Nice. And this is Trevor Story /50 for the Rockies. So the Rockies with a cool little hit. Well, I'm happy with this case of Finest thus far. I think we've done quite well with it. There's Lugo /150. I'm going to again set some of these down on our handy little sorting mat. And we're rolling into the last box of this case. There is another case ending on Sunday. And I meant to have a case ending on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I don't think I did. I don't think I listed it. I don't really know what I listed instead, but I don't think I got this listed. I might have, but I don't think I did. So probably about this time next week, beyond what's there for Sunday, you'll see it again. Probably Thursday night, Friday night, I guess. Porcello /250. Because I do have quite a bit of it. But you know, eBay won't, well, they will let you list things in shorter than 5-day formats, but they charge you an extra $30 every time you do it for less than 5 days. That Lindor was a refractor, so nobody ever does. We all list them at 5 and 7, but it's kind of inconvenient because then, you know, like tonight when it occurs to me, ooh, I don't think I remembered to list this again. It'd be nice if I could just put it up and run it for 3 days, but I can't. Jose De Leon for the Dodgers /99. Dodgers are having a nice break. And so too the Yankees. Another Lugo refractor. Bogarts /99. Oh, who is that kid on the Reds? Why can't I think of his name? Hit 4 home runs yesterday, day before, in one game. I can't think of the kid's name. He doesn't play that often, honestly. Another refractor. There's Benintendi. Speak of the devil. So the Red Sox pull it out at the last minute with a rookie refractor on-card auto for Mr. Benintendi. But that means we didn't get your Reyes, man. I'm sorry. Scooter, thank you. Yes, why could I not think of that, guys? I couldn't think of that kid's name to save my life. Adam Jones to 150. And you'd think I would remember that. My sister had a dog named Scooter, but I didn't retain it. All right, so let's review real quickly here. These are just our base refractors. And again, if I missed a couple and stacked them in with the base, I apologize, but I tried to set the majority of them aside so that you could see them in the recap. And that is the base refractors. Next up, we have our numbered parallels. Of course, the blues are going to be to 150, the greens are to 99, the purples are to 250. And we have one orange in here, and it is Francisco Lindor, and it will be to 25. We have one gold, 250. And those are our parallels, our two finest careers case hits, Big Poppy. Now, the main event, our signature recap. The super sweet, no matter if you think his signature is ugly or not there, Caleb. We have the Kershaw 1 of 1 for the Dodgers. Just super nice hit. Benintendi rookie refractor for the Sox. Jose De Leon to 99 for the Dodgers. Trevor Story to 50 for the Rockies. Morales to 99 for the Blue Jays. Tyler for the Indians. Hunter Renfroe for the Padres. Aaron Judge, why is that in there? That's, why is that in there? That's, I was thinking of our other one. Obviously, it's in there because it's the second Aaron Judge in here. So there's our rookie refractor on-card auto hit number 1 for Aaron Judge. Let's just skip Max Kepler there for a second. And here is number 2. This is the one we were looking for, numbered to 25. And then Max Kepler for the Twins. Cody Reed for the Reds. Finest finishes Gonzalez, headed to the Diamondbacks. Max Kepler number 2, that one numbered to 150. Luke Weaver. Rob for the Dodgers. And Tyler to 99 for the Yankees. And that finishes up the case of finest baseball. And again, guys, look for this stuff to ship about Tuesday. That range, give or take a day. Now we got to get into some archives. Where is my spreadsheet? Oh, I put it down and I lost it momentarily. Caleb, you have a good night too, man. Thanks. I appreciate you hanging out with me, breaking with me, and all that stuff. Okay, so last break of the night, we have 5 boxes, which is a half case of 2017 Topps Archives baseball. And again, our end date was tonight, and our live stream started at 10:15, so we're making decent time. And you will see several teams that have no bids buyback. Those are unsold, unloved, unwanted orphan teams. Anything that comes out for that will hang out here with me. And one unpaid team, or a couple of unpaid teams. And again, I know payment may have come in the interim. No worries. As long as payment comes in, you're going to get whatever cards are pulled for you. So don't worry about that. Now let's bring up our honking giant case of archives. And why I decided to do all these in one night with this much base in every one is kind of beyond me. I think I must have, I don't know what I was thinking. Clearly, I was not thinking about the amount of time it was going to take to break and sort all of this when I listed them all in the same night. But all things considered, we're not making bad time. So we're going to do the same thing with this that we did with our other cases, in that I'm going to number the end of these boxes and then we'll let random pick which boxes we open, and that is because there is a case hit in here. And you know, the last one that we opened, I was like, what is the case hit? I couldn't figure it out. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was Ozzie Smith on a mini, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I was like having a moment. All right, so we have 10 in here, so we're going to take the first 5 numbers that random gives us to open our half case. And see what we can come up with. Oh, I'm going to have to write that down because you know I'm not going to remember that. Or maybe I'll just circle them. 7, 9, 6, 4, 3. 7, 9, 6, 4, and 3. I know, you would think I could retain that long enough to get them sorted out. But yeah, no, not so much. Not tonight anyway. I'm on like 4 hours sleep, so I'm a little on the overdone side today. Now, like our other stuff, this has got a pretty good amount of base in it. So we will be just kind of buzzing through the base. And if you want to see something a second time, or you want me to slow down, or even if you want me to speed up, just throw it up in chat and I will accommodate. Oh, John, it's your first break. Oh, cool, man. What team do you have? Who do you have in here? I have to get a little drink of water here, guys. 1 second. You're nervous as prom night. That's funny. Well, hopefully we're going to pull something awesome for you. Just throw it up in chat and tell us who your team is, and we'll put it out in the universe and see what we can conjure for you, man. And of course, these cards all have such a different feel and weight and texture and everything as the ones I was just breaking. So now I feel like these are so lightweight in comparison. I feel like I don't even have anything in my hand. All right, you have the Nats. All right. Well, we're going to have to try to find you a signature for the Nationals then. We'll see what we can come up with. I did say earlier that Bryce Harper should probably be due. I haven't seen one in a while. First up, for the Brewers, we have Orlando Arcia, rookie. Nice little signature hit there. And that is numbered to 150. You'll see it up there in the right-hand corner. And some of these, it's weird. They number some of them, on the right upper. Some are on the lower. Some are on the opposite side. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And there are also a fair amount of short prints in archives. Some of them I have committed to memory, and I would notice as we went through. Some of them I have not committed to memory, and I might not notice until I was sorting, in which case I would still try to mark it so that you would know when you got it. And there's a few that I might not catch at all that wouldn't be, I mean, you'd get them, of course, because all the cards ship, but it wouldn't be designated as short print. So the moral of the story is, when you get your cards, check through all the short prints and see, just to make sure if you have anything, because sometimes the short prints can be worth a decent amount of money. That looks like a variation. I guess it's not, though. Oh, yeah, you like the minis? I like the minis, too. These Derek Jeter retrospective cards have a nasty little habit of sticking to the card in front of it. And sometimes I feel them and sometimes I don't. So, again, the ones that I see, I'm going to pull out and make note of but some of them I'm not probably going to find until I'm doing the team sort. Of whatever kind of coating they have on them, they really have a propensity to stick to the card in front of them. But there should be a couple of those little retrospectives in every box, generally speaking. I mean, I don't think they guarantee a certain number, but just on average, I would say there's usually a couple in each box. I'm kind of trying to, you're probably like, why are you sliding them in that weird way? Yeah, because I'm kind of trying to feel my way through to find that extra Derek Jeter. You know, I'm trying to like give it an extra little shuffle from the backside if there's Derek Jeter attached, that he'll come out of there. Oh, yes, you do get, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that, John. Yes, absolutely. The Expos, of course, became the current Washington Nationals, and the card always stays with the franchise. So any cards that go through that say Expos on them absolutely will be sent to the Nationals for sure. Tyler Glasnow, numbered 275 for the Pirates. Yeah, I remember the Montreal Expos too. When I was a kid, I collected cards, and I had my little favorites in the Expos. Another nice rookie hit. This one coming out for the Red Sox with the Benintendi. So two nice rookie hits so far with the Orlando Arcia and then the Benintendi. And Tony Clark here will go to the Tigers because that's who he played for. Well, he may have played for some other teams as well, but he primarily played for the Tigers. And I think pretty much kind of everybody associates him with the Tigers. NBA is at 126-108 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Yeah, oh, it's all over but the crying for Golden State. Can you believe they've done that again? I mean, they were at 3-0. Last year they were at 3-1 when they spit it out, and then Cleveland came back and took the series. Be interesting to see. Of course, this time it is getting ready to move back to Golden State. So be interesting to see if they hold their ground after losing Game 4 or not. That is crazy. I mean, I really would have just said that they had it wrapped up this time as well as they've been playing, but nope, not going to be the case. Another Jeter retrospective. That's why they got to play the game every time, because on paper, it doesn't always turn out the way we think it's going to. Bregman Mini. Hank Aaron. I love Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron's one of my favorite players. Gary Sanchez to 199. All of them with this kind of peach colored border will be to 199, and all of them with that kind of light blue border will be to 75. I don't remember if I said that up front or not. I probably did not, but I should have. There's a nice little, I mean, I know it's not signed or anything, but fun little Strasburg. I like that card design. For the Orioles to 199. There's also, or is that red? Oh, that's red. That's to 25. You can see it right down there on the bottom. I just glanced at it and saw the highlight colors, but that is actually considered red, and it is to 25. And there are not very many of those. 1 or 2 a case if you're lucky. All right, so our first box was successful with Ben and Cindy and Marcia coming out. Of course, one of the things about archives is you have a mix generally of rookies or current players, as well as a lot of our stars from past years, is the nice way to say it, I guess. It's nice to see a box with a couple of rookies starting us off. And there's also some other stuff in here, like we pulled an umpire signature the other night. And that, of course, was just given out via random to everybody in the break. Random decided who was going to get it. And they have Bald Vinny. Bald Vinny's in here, the Yankees fan. That is to $1.99 for the Cardinals. The guy, I can't remember the guy's name. The guy who goes around everywhere and always tries to get the foul balls. I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, he has an autograph card in archives as well. They put all kinds of interesting things in here. Another Jeter retrospective. Aw, John, you don't have good luck on a daily basis? Well, I am sorry to hear that, man. I feel that way some days myself, for sure. I can relate. Days like that are not fun. Maybe we'll get it turned around for you tonight. And we'll find something good for you, hopefully. Cole Hamels for the Rangers to $1.99. But your man, Bryce Harper, we were talking about that the other night in the break, that he's set to, well, they're speculating that his next contract will be $400 million. That's to 75 for the Astros. Of course, that's probably going to be spread over like 10 years or something, but still, $400 million. I mean, is that crazy or what? Those are not numbered. I don't even really know why I flipped it over other than, I just kind of did. It's an insert set called Winners. All right, well, let's see if we can't help your day get better. Maybe we'll find something else for you in here. I hope we do. We're going to try hard anyway. There is another Jeter retrospective. To think, what'll be coming up? It's not released. I can't remember there are so many baseball products coming out that I have a hard time keeping up with what comes out when. But the next, well, I know this upcoming Wednesday is Series 2, but I'm thinking about the high-end stuff. And there's a high-end one called Museum Collection. You're probably familiar with it, I'm guessing, John. But Museum Collection comes out, I think, in a couple weeks. I don't think we're terribly far away from it. Oh, boom. It is an Aaron Judge night. What's up with that? Yankees, again, of course, probably a different person may have the Yankees in this break, but Aaron Judge to 150. Boom. We are killing it tonight. That is another super nice rookie hit out of archives. So, anyway, sorry, I got myself distracted. So, what I was saying, John, is Museum Collection and some of those high-end ones, 5-star, and some of those will probably have a decent number of Harper autos in them, I would expect. Not that these other products don't. I mean, I'm sure that they do. But sometimes, there's certain products I associate with what I would call our superstars. Your Mike Trouts and your Bryce Harpers and like that. You'll find a lot of those in Museum Collection more than likely, and in 5-star and some other things as well. Yeah, Transcendent. I didn't buy any Transcendent. I was afraid of that, man. I really was. it's just so much money to put out there at once and just hope that it works out, right? I mean, because there have been some high-end sets, not in baseball, but in football. There was a new high-end set that came out earlier this year, and I made the mistake of breaking it the night that it came out. And, of course, people weren't very familiar with what was going to be in it. And I ended up losing, oh, gosh, like $500 or $600 just on that case. So that made me pretty unhappy, to say the least. But sometimes that's the way it goes. But I was afraid to touch that. I mean, the prices on that were just outrageous. I mean, like, museum collection is not cheap, but nowhere near the price of some of those others. Oh, a lot of people lost money on Transcendent. Yeah, I don't know. There's just, I mean, there's definitely things you lose money on. I mean, that's just a fact of life. In fact, there's lots of times you maybe lose 50 or $100 on something, but, you know, getting up over in that $500 and $600 range, that was kind of painful. See, now here's one of the interesting ones I was talking about. This just said, this is the guy. This is the guy whose name I couldn't remember. Baseball collector Zach Hampel here. Will end up going to random in a minute. But this, that's the guy. So, and believe it or not, and this is going to sound crazy, but some of the autographs like that, like Bald Vinny and some of those guys, those will sell for $25, $30 or so, maybe more, on eBay. So even though some of the stuff that comes out of archives, you kind of like go, what? It still, you know, ends up doing okay if you want to resell it. So that's the moral of the story. Well, I'm very happy right now that we pulled Aaron Judge and Benintendi and Arcia. And, of course, this is really the first archives break that I've done, because I had several cases of this that really just didn't do well. I mean, there were a lot of unsold teams, and even the teams that did sell didn't particularly bring a lot. But it's one of the better cases in terms of what we've pulled out of rookie content so far, anyway. It's funny how it works that way sometimes. I don't know why I've got Zach. Oh, I had Zach sitting over there to remind me to put him in random. That's why I said it. But yeah, baseball this year has just been crazy. And if you don't have it pre-ordered, you're gonna pay a lot more than normal to get baseball this year. So fortunately, I had most stuff pre-ordered in a decent quantity. A few things, maybe not as much as I would have liked. And then when I tried to go back and get more, you know, couldn't, or it was a whole lot more money. But I've been lucky to get most things that I wanted this year in pre-order. A few things, you know, they cut back the quantity of, which nobody likes, but that's going to be a short print. But it's not, but some is better than none. So Sandy Koufax for the Dodgers is a short print because, as you see, it's missing the facsimile signature on it. So that for sure is a short print. Oh, well, thanks for chatting with me, John. I love it when you guys chat and interact, and it's not me just sitting here, you know, rattling away for my own amusement. It's nice to have people interact as well. So I appreciate you guys, too. Because I enjoy doing this. It is a lot of fun for me. I mean, kind of you have to, because otherwise, why would you want to do it? Like when you lose money on a, I wouldn't say like every time, but on a, there's at least several breaks every month where you lose money. Or I do anyway. Other people might not. But it's fun, and as long as it stays at a manageable amount, I'll keep doing it. Feeds my habit, right? Because otherwise I'd just be opening all this stuff myself. That one is to 99 on that retrospective. And even so, even all the stuff that I opened during these breaks, I still end up opening stuff just for myself. I know, it's awful. There's just like something wrong with me. But I started when I was young, and my whole family collects things, so that's part of it too, I guess. That is numbered to 25, and first in the series. That always thrills me. I don't know why. I like first in the series and last in the series. So nice little Yankees to 25. We got to find you a good national in here. We need to see, or an expo. We could find you. There are definitely some expos signatures in here as well, beyond just our nationals signatures. Oh no, I haven't been watching what the tops now go for. Oh, the game's over 137 to 116. Ooh, man, they got smoked, didn't they? Just got smoked. I have not been watching the prices, John, of tops now. I did not know they were going for insane prices. Of course, Panini does their instant cards too, but I don't know. For some reason, those just haven't really resonated with me. I haven't bought any of those for myself. Of Topps or Panini Instant, either one. Thousands of dollars, wow. Of course, they're not cheap to buy. Well, the Panini aren't. I assume that the Topps are similar in cost. And if you get into some of the ones that are quite limited, they are expensive. Several $100s in some cases. So they should be selling for a lot of money. Thought there was I guess there's not. Thought there was a Jeter stuck behind there. Wally Moon for the Dodgers. I see Wally Moon's signature fair amount in archives, actually. Senators, they are the current Minnesota Twins, if memory serves. So Harmon Killebrew there will go to whoever the current franchise is that used to be the Senators, and I'm pretty sure it's the Minnesota Twins. But I'll double check it before we ship it. I've got a gigantic, is that a short print? I guess not. I've got a gigantic pile of wrappers and boxes and things over here to my left. I just see me toss it over there. And I have a couple little kitties, little brother and sister, that usually like to cause a commotion during the break and make a mess of things. That is to 199 on the Roman Quinn for the Phillies. And I keep expecting them to come dive in this pile of wrappers, but so far they've been quite well behaved tonight. Not chasing each other, not clawing anything up, not jumping into the wrappers and making extraordinary amounts of noise. Kind of makes me feel like they're somewhere else doing something destructive. Probably not, but you know, like if kids get too quiet, you're like, something's not right. That's how I feel when the cats are too quiet during the break. No, it was Tyler Austin. I wasn't sure who I saw there for a second. And some of these will have, will be short prints because of the backs. And I do sometimes forget to check the backs when I'm sorting. I will grant you that. So if you find one with a gray back, when you get them, it's more than likely a short print. All right, we have got a broadcaster here for the Red Sox. And since it says Red Sox on there, that's going to be a Red Sox card, even though it is a broadcaster. Oh, what did I jinx, John? I didn't mean to jinx anything for you, man. I don't even know what did I say that jinxed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. If I jinxed you. Or are you talking about the cats? If you're talking about the cats, oh, it doesn't matter. When they get it in their head, they're going to do it anyway. They woke me up in the middle of the night the other night. I heard this just crazy noise, and I'm thinking somebody has broken into the house. I mean, woke me up out of a dead sleep in the middle of the night with a noise I couldn't identify. It's not the first time they've woken me up in the middle of the night, but usually, you know, if you can figure out the noise, you're like, it's cats. Did not know what it was, so I'm like, oh no. I've got to go figure out if I'm about to get, you know, murdered in the house or something. And they were down there, had found some bubble wrap that I had taken out of something, and I guess left where they could access it. And they were down there popping the bubble wrap with their claws in the middle of the night. I mean, they are a handful. They are something else. But they were, I don't know if you guys know what a feral cat is, but basically it's a stray cat that's afraid of people, was never socialized when it was young. And I back up to a park, so I have a lot of feral cats coming around to my house. And over the course of time that I've lived here, I have done trap, neuter, and return with most of them. So you take them and get them altered and, you know, then bring them back. And of course I have little shelters for them and feed them, and I mean, they're absurdly spoiled. They really are. Mike Scott for the Astros. And one of them, well, more than one, but one of them, before I could catch her and get her altered, had a litter of 6 kittens. And I was able to get to the kittens when they were still fairly young. So those 2 of those live here with me. That's the brother and sister I was telling you about. And then my neighbor has 1. And then my vet tech has 1. And then we found my neighbor's friend has 1. And then 1 went to somebody that I don't know, that my mother knew. Another lady took the other one. But so they are... you know, they were born outside, wild, to a feral mother, so it's a wonder they haven't just torn the house down. But but they're good little babies, even though they are quite destructive. But only on certain things. The little boy likes leather, so he tore up the cover to a tablet. He clawed up a jacket. He clawed up a leather couch. He's got a weird fascination with leather. And then otherwise, they just do normal cat stuff, I guess. It's just, you know, waking up in the middle of the night because your cat is popping bubble wrap is probably not the norm for most people. But they usually, I mean, they don't. There is Bald Vinny. Speaking of, we were talking about Bald Vinny earlier. So Bald Vinny will go to random along with Zach Hampel, the baseball collector. But the one thing they don't normally do, I mean, they don't ever really bother the cards. They don't really come around any of that stuff. And I keep it mostly closed off anyway, obviously, other than when I'm doing the break. But there was one night I was doing a break, and in the middle of the break, the little boy decided that he needed some attention. So he jumped up, like trying to jump up, I think in my lap, but kind of misfired a little bit and ended up jumping up right up on the table. Didn't hit any cards, fortunately, or anything like that, but just landed like boom right there on the table, and then immediately jumped back down and took off. But you could just like see a little streak as he went in front of the camera. It was so weird. Oh, your dog ate some of your cards. That's awful. That would not make me happy if my dog ate my cards. That's a lot worse than the dog eating the homework. What ones does she eat? Or he. I guess it could be a he. I don't know why I assumed it was a she. To $1.99 for the Indians. And yeah, your dog has kicked you in an inconvenient place. That is unfortunate, man, for sure. But animals are just so sweet. I mean, you know, can't stay mad at them no matter what they do. Billy Williams for the Cubs to 75. Little Ozzie Smith mini. I feel like I've missed some Derek Jeters. I think there must be some Derek Jeters still stuck to the back of something up there, because I don't think I have found any out of this box that I remember. So they've got to still be attached to the back of something that's, well, there's one. So unless there is another retrospective in one of these packs, then there's one stuck up there somewhere or something. Oh, she ate relic cards. Oh, daggone it. That is not fun. Yeah, that would make me pretty sad too, man. I would be unhappy if that happened, for sure. Danny Duffy to $1.99 for the Royals. And we are on our last box out of this half of the case. We will have two random to do, Ball Denny and Zach Hampel. And then we'll have our nightly random as well. So that will come immediately after we do the hits recap for this break, which will start as soon as we get the last box opened here. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It is probably better to have your team do well and the break not as well than to have a great break and a bad team. I can understand that. Of course, the break's not over yet. We still have hope. We still have hope pulling something for you. I'll tell you what else looks interesting. And I don't know. I haven't seen the checklist. I don't know what's going to come up in it. But there's a new product coming out, Clearly Authentic, in a couple months. Baseball, I mean, of course. And it is an acetate card with on-card signature. And so depending on what that checklist looks like, that could be interesting too for Bryce. Oh, now there's a kitty over here starting to think about jumping in the wrappers. Right on the edge of the wrappers. We'll see what happens. Ryan Sandberg for the Cubbies to 199. She's treading very carefully right now. There's more wrappers over there than normal, so I think she's kind of freaking out a little bit. That is to 75 for the Phillies. Well, John, even if we don't pull a bomb for you tonight, I hope that doesn't scare you away from doing breaks, whether you do them with me or do them with somebody else or all across the board. It really is a lot of fun. And of course, you don't always get, you know, a hit every time or the big bomb hit every time, but boy, when you do get one, it's worth it. I've got somebody I buy into their breaks a fair amount, and they break a lot of 2010 product, which of course I like because that's Antonio Brown's rookie year. I'm a Steelers fan. And they break a lot of 2013, which, you know, I also like because I've got my rookies in there too. And I have been buying into the 2010 breaks, one product in particular, for like ever. And I would just never hit it. And then it would always be like the time I got outbid that it would hit. And it would be Antonio Brown rookie. And I was just, oh, you know, it would just kill me. I'd be like, dang it, I've won that the last 10 times. And the one time I don't when Antonio Brown hits. But of course, you know, I still kept buying. I still, you know, buy in. Tommy Lasorda coming out for the Dodgers. That's nice. So I still buy into them anyway, because I still wanted my Antonio Brown rookie out of that particular product. I was dead set on having it out of that product, as a matter of fact. So I was doing a break one night, and somebody who breaks with me a fair amount and knows that I also break with the other person. He breaks with the other person some too. And he came on and he said, "Oh, congratulations on your Antonio Brown." I was like, what? Because the break had been the night before, but I had been doing a break at the time of that break, and I hadn't yet gone back to watch, you know, the video. I just hadn't had time. He goes, "Yeah, you hit Antonio Brown last night on card auto," and it was like ridiculous. It turned out to be to 25. It was so awesome. Now that is signed. I was like, that looks like that's signed. That is signed. That's the first one of these I've seen signed, and it's Moncada. Nice. So the Red Sox are having a heck of a break with the Benintendi and now the Moncada to 75 on the rookie star insert. Really, really nice hit for the Sox with that. Really happy with that. So anyway, the moral of the story is, don't give up. You'll eventually hit something that you want. I was so excited. I couldn't wait. As soon as I finished the break that I was doing, I like ran over to YouTube and watched the break I had bought into and saw my little Antonio Brown, who showed up at my house about a week later. Yeah, well, you know, comparatively speaking, yes, it can be affordable entertainment. There's Ivan Rodriguez to 199. But even more importantly than that, when you do hit what you're looking for, oh, it's like such a rush. It's just great. I love it. So when you hit that Bryce Harper and you think, you know, especially on something like that where you're talking about Bryce, whose autograph is expensive, and you buy into a break and maybe you don't have much invested in it and you hit it, you're going to be over the moon. That is a short print for the Indians. No facsimile signature. Because it really is a lot of fun. Another Jeter. And strangely, kind of addictive, too. Because the beauty of it, of course, as opposed to going out and buying a box or a case of cards yourself, and you open it and you maybe get a handful for the Nationals and all the other cards you don't want or don't care about. The beauty of it, of course, is you just get the cards for the teams you buy into. And so you can buy your money a whole lot, your money goes a whole lot further than if you had to buy full boxes or full cases and just take what comes in them, you know? Oh, you were in a high-end football breaking group years ago. Oh, wow. Oh, there were Dick Butkus, Gale Sayers. Nice. That is nice. Okay, so these two little friends here have to go to random. Zach and Bald Vinny. So what I'm going to do is just grab all of our team names. And, oh my goodness, I went a little bit too far there. Oh man, come on. Oh, well, whatever, close enough. We're going to put them all into random. And we'll do these one at a time. Since there's two different autographs, I don't want to just take 1 and 2. We'll do 2 separate rounds of random. So this first random is going to be for baseball collector Zach Hampel. All right. And that came up as Arizona Diamondbacks. So bear with me because I'm going to write this down if I can find my stupid pen. I guess I'll just write it on this. Okay, so Hampel is the D-backs. All right, now Bald Vinny is coming up next. And we're just going to do the same thing. I mean, there's enough people in this list, or enough teams, 30, that I don't feel the need to do random multiple times. If we only have a few things in the list, I'll do random, 3 times or whatever. But, all right, Bald Vinny, ironically, going to the Mets. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Bald Vinny is not... Bald Vinny says Yankees on it. Bald Vinny, cancel that. Cancel the random for Bald Vinny. He says Yankees on it, and I know that. And why in the world did I say he was going to random? I have no idea. So, second random, my mistake. No, Bald Vinny, Yankees, goes to the Yankees. I even said, talking about him earlier, Yankees fan. So this is really the only one that needed to go to random. And it came up, the first random was for Zach Hampel, baseball collector. And that came up Diamondbacks. So Zach Hampel going to the Diamondbacks. Bald Vinny going to the Yankees because it says Yankees on it. And I just lost my mind and tried to do it in random. Moncada for the Red Sox. Numbered to 75. Tommy Lasorda for the Dodgers. Mike Scott for the Astros. I don't really know how to say this guy's name. Castellone? Something like that. Anyway, broadcaster for the Red Sox and says Red Sox on it. So that is where that one is headed. Wally Moon for the Dodgers. Nice Aaron Judge for the Yankees. Made somebody very happy. Numbered to 150. Mr. Benintendi for the Red Sox, who had a quite nice break with the Moncada and the Benintendi. And then Orlando Arcia for the Brewers to 150. And then, of course, we had our parallels. These are, not autographed But the peach are to one. I call that peach. I don't think they call it peach. But anyway, this color's to $1.99. That's to $75. And the red is to $25. So we had 2 red ones. And then our minis. And I know there are more Derek Jeter retrospectives. They've just got to be stuck to the back of other cards. Or at least I feel like there are. Because how many are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, maybe not, because that is 10. That would be 2 per box. So maybe there aren't more in there. But anyway, if there are, I will find them when we're sorting. So no worries there. Short print for the Indians. Short print for the Dodgers. And now time to do our nightly random. So let's go over back to our handy little spreadsheet here. And I have everybody already over here in aggregate on tab 2 so that I can just buzz right down through here and grab it all at once. And again, there's enough things in the list, we're only going to do it one time. And the person that comes up, if you missed the intro when I was talking about this earlier, whoever comes up in nightly random for this is going to have a spot in the customer appreciation break, which I plan on being July 1st, unless, you know, something weird happens and I have to move the date. And I will buy some products to be determined and open them up like a normal break, but I won't ship the base out of that. I'll only ship the hits. But whoever is entered into that will have a chance to win those hits, either via random or hits draft or something. All right, so tonight, right there, I'm going to go ahead and put this into the spreadsheet. Bear with me a second. Well, so that I can paste it. Well, did it paste it like little tiny? Of course it did. Good grief. Anyway, that's our nightly. That is our nightly winner right there for the nightly random, and you are entered then into the customer appreciation break, and that is Michael USA RD0 or something thereabouts. So guys, that's it for tonight. Look for this stuff to go out the door to you Tuesday, more than likely. Possibly could be a day earlier, possibly could be a day later, but that's kind of the ballpark range. And as always, I thank you so much for hanging out with me, breaking with me, and just generally keeping me company. You all have a great night, and I will see you again soon. Bye, John. Bye, Kian's dad.